chairman. Look, those who believe in the Bible, Proverbs 19:7, the poor are shunned by all their relatives. How much more do their friends? Two, a mechanism for efficiency. Anybody been to Takrady recently? Takrady recently? Anybody? You don't travel. Hey, why? You are a student. So students don't travel. If you go to Takrady by road, you can use 6 hours. Sometimes 7 hours. But you can also use a flight and do 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Your poverty level will determine how quickly you get to Takrady. But 3 things will hinder you from taking off. 1, procrastination. 2, excuses. 3, blame. Tell the person seated by you, don't procrastinate. You don't have an excuse. And don't blame anybody, including your parents. If you become poor, it was your decision. Eric, let's go. I will skip number 2 because of the time. You want me to do number 2 as well? Hey, you people. Okay, I will touch on number 2 very quickly. Key number 2 is plan your finances. But in planning your finances, you need to plan for several important things. Plan for old age. A lot of you cannot relate. But go to the housing. When you start work, Eric, why? Are you a sports car? When you start work, young man, professional, don't go and build this house. It is called dream house. You will never finish. Let it remain your dream. You build a simple 3-bedroom, maximum 4-bedroom house because, listen, and it's a wisdom key. The house you live in is not an income generating asset. So you don't work all your life for one house. Another area you need to plan towards is your children's education once you have children. Another area you plan towards is giving back to society, being a blessing to others. And I've come here to be a blessing to you, and it's part of giving back. And the 5th area is what I call high life. High life means make money, chop some. Unyesika DB nipa beji de wo wiase de bia waswa she. No, there are some people every day them alive be some way. So you make money, you do a chop some. Key number 3, pay yourself and invest or win first. Can we take it together? So you need to learn that every month, even from now, you start putting something away every month. Because look, any money that comes to you, if you don't tell the money what to do, the money will go. And the younger you are, if you understand this, the better. There is a law called the Parkinson law. The Parkinson law explains why most people will retire poor, even after earning substantial income through their working years. The Parkinson law states that no matter how much people earn, they will always adjust their lifestyle to match their salary. I did a conference in Takwa, and I asked this question: how many of you are not investing because your salaries are not enough? Let me see by hand. Everybody lifted their hand. Then I asked the question: how many of you believe that if your salary is doubled from today, now it will be enough, you can invest? Let me see by hand. All lifted their hand. I called 10 people at random. 10 people at random. Me, I don't know them. I was just a speaker. I gave them pieces of paper. All of you write your salary for me. The lowest income earner was earning 350 cedis. For some reason, in their small mind, if it is double to 700, now they can save and invest. But among the 10, there was one on the salary of 5,000, one on the salary of 11,000. The highest income earner was on a salary of 20,000. The guy earning 20,000 says it's not enough. The guy earning 50 says it's not enough, because as salary increases, levels change. You know, there's a salary level people go to bend down boutique. You know, bend down boutique. The greetings there is YIN low. Hey, you are wild guys. But as salary is increasing, people will now start going to the mall You know, I met some friends. It were ladies. About 5 friends went to talk to them about financial planning. These 5 young ladies who are making money can book business class. They go to London, go and shop and come back. And you start with the 10, 20, 70 principle. If you're a tither, you pay your tithe of 10%. But every money that comes to you, listen to me, don't forget from today, 20% of every money that comes to you must be invested into your future. 20%. Anybody who can do that, whether you like it or not, you'll be rich. Minimum 20%. And invest all windfalls. A windfall is any money you haven't budgeted to receive, because you live your life without it. The accounts have a proverb. They say, only the wise bite bones out of eggs. Money is like an egg. You can consume it today, or you can defer consumption. And one day, when that egg hatches into a chicken, when the chicken grows, when you pick it and you pick the thigh, and you break the bone in the thigh, you have beaten bone out of your egg. That is wisdom. You should never forget that every money that comes to you is like a fruit. Within every fruit, there is food and there is seed. Don't eat the seed in the money that comes to you. The seed is for your future. I told some of your colleagues in Legon, and I will say it again. Okay. Let's go, Eric. If you were to save what is left, nothing will be left. Let's go. Key number 4 is watch your spending habit. Can we take it together? Can we take it together? To save, to invest for your future, you got to watch your spending habit. And how do you watch your spending? Watch first time spending. Any major expenditure you are doing for the first time, pay attention to it. Your salary or your income must dictate what you eat, not your appetite. Avoid impulse buying as much as possible. Utilities, checking receipt. Eric, let's go. I like here. Don't throw away leftover food. Anytime you throw away leftover food, it is money you are throwing away. The Lord Jesus Christ, after feeding the 5,000, said, and I take John 6:12. And when everyone was full, he said to his disciples, gather the pieces that are left over, so that nothing may be wasted. And the things you are learning here, you need to go and teach your parents too. And you don't borrow to consume. You don't borrow to look rich. You borrow to become rich. Eric, let's go. Don't be in competition with anybody. Tell the person seated by you, don't be in competition with anybody. And tell him or her that I'm not in competition with anybody. Eric, let's go. I don't have time. Let's go. Financial peace is better than financial show. In fact, financial discipline today is what protects your life from financial embarrassment tomorrow. The fastest way to stay broke is to look rich before you become rich. It's the fastest, it's a highway to being broke. You look rich. Charlie, your salary is 3,000. You are wearing Brazilian hair, bone straight. You're on the highway to poverty. And the younger you are, you understand this, the better. Key number 5 is build assets and shut down liabilities. Can we take it together? Look, the rich buy assets. The poor only have expenses. The middle class, those of us who work with stock exchange, EcoBank, Absa, we buy liabilities, we think are assets. The poor and the middle class work for money. The rich have money, work for them. What is an asset? An asset is anything you put your money in that can bring money back to you. As simple as that. What is a liability? Anything you put your money in, that will continue taking money out of your pocket. As simple as that. You cannot completely avoid liabilities, but you can reduce it. Because if I don't say this, I went to teach in a youth camp. When they at break time, somebody went to buy water. I said, hey, liability. They just taught us that we should put money in things that water becomes liability. So you cannot completely avoid liability, but you cut it down as much as possible. Do not buy luxuries first. Build assets first and allow the cash flows from the assets to buy you the luxuries. The last but one thing I want to share with you is create your own money machine. Can we take it together? Every young man, young woman here must have a money machine. A Sonia machine, a Tresica. And as you grow, don't forget the statement I'm going to make. There are two financial systems in the world for every individual. You are either operating one of them or you are combining the two. One of the financial systems is the hunter system. The hunter system are those who live from one salary to another salary, paycheck to paycheck. They are hunters. The breeder system are those who have the wisdom to cultivate money. They grow money. They become money farmers. And I want every young man in this auditorium to become a money farmer. I am a farmer. What do you farm? I farm money. I plant money. I harvest money. I have a plantation of money. Three years ago, 4 years ago, I went to meet somebody in the Western region with my wife. The man was a money farmer. Jerry. He was making monthly interest of $80,000 from financial assets. Money farmer. $80,000 a month. May that be somebody's portion in this auditorium. Some of you must make better than that. You will make better than that. $80,000, it be small money. You see, there is a point when you work for money, but there must be a point money must work for you. I want you to look at me and never forget this story I'm telling you. There was a village with poor farmers in that village. Very poor people. A visitor came to town. He called a poor farmer. Let's call this poor farmer a poor man. What is his name? And he gives a poor man a goose, a hen, a bird that take care of this goose. It will change your life. The next morning, the goose had laid an egg. And the egg looked like pure gold. So poor man goes to check, and it's indeed pure gold. What do you want to do with the gold? Sell it for me. They sold it. Look at gold, the size of an egg. Poor man made good money. The next day, another golden egg. The next 6 months, every day there was a golden egg. Until something happened to poor man one day you all need to avoid. Poor man called his children. He said, I dislike this foolish goose. You have plenty golden eggs in you. Oh, sorry, I don't want tobacco pay. Bring a knife. Let's kill it. Let's take out all the eggs today. They brought a sharp knife. They killed it. They opened it up. Guess what they found? Guess what they found? Guess what they found? Nothing. From that day, the goose that used to lay the golden egg was dead. 6 months' time, a poor man sold his first car. 3 years' time, he was a poor man again. Until one day, a poor man is walking in town, and he met this young lady. What is her name? Matilda. Matilda said, poor man, I've been looking for you to thank you. Poor man said, why? Matilda said, I bought one of those golden eggs from you, and I was told you had a goose that was laying the eggs. So I added the egg, golden egg, to ordinary eggs to see what will happen. And when it hatched, the golden egg also hatched into a beautiful chicken with golden wings. Matilda said, I kept my eyes on that chicken. In 3 months' time, it started laying golden eggs. And Matilda said, unlike you, poor man, I wasn't selling the golden eggs. I kept hatching the golden eggs. So today, poor man, I have 30,000 of the best. That give me 30,000 golden eggs every day. Why do I share this story with you? The golden egg represents money. The hen that is able to lay the golden egg is a money machine. Go and create money machine. Go and create things that can bring you back money. Do you understand me? Let's go, Eric. Let's go. So I will talk about just 2 areas of money machine and talk about 1 million and I'm done. Go back. One area is what we call paper asset. Say with me, paper asset. And that is my favorite area. Treasury bill, mutual funds, unit trust, equities on the stock exchange. The first quarter of this year, I've made money more than any quarter from the stock exchange. You'll be there. And if you're a young man, young woman, you can buy some equities today. You'll be blown away in 10 years, in 15 years, what your value will be. I have met people who bought equities at IPO who had forgotten about it. I'm doing financial planning with them. They say, there was a time this company was getting listed. I bought some, I forgot. We go and investigate. We look at the current value. It's 400,000 cedis. So I love paper assets. And you don't need much. 50 cedi, 20 cedi, you can start. And you build up little by little. Little by little. You should never forget that salary is a medicine for managing poverty. It does not cure poverty. It's only a business or an investment that cures poverty. And you got to start investing now, because if you don't find a way to make your money work for you while you are asleep, you will keep working when you have to be sleeping. Let's go, Eric. Let's go. I don't have time. Let's go. Stay there. Let me talk about this, and then I talk about 1 million, and I'm out of your way. Listen to me. Money is irrational. Josh, can I have an extra microphone? Money does not think. Extra microphone. Bring it. Among you, who is my friend? I need a friend here. Okay, Matilda. Give the microphone to Matilda. Quick. Matilda, be upstanding. You said, what is your name? Matilda, you are a beautiful girl.
Thank you.
Oh, Matilda is beautiful. Matilda, as part of our lessons today, I want to dash somebody money, Matilda, how much should I give? I want to give you 20 Ghana. Matilda, shout and say, I receive it.
I receive it.
Matilda, I want to give you 20 Ghana. Shout and say, I receive it.
I receive it.
I want to give somebody 20 Ghana. I want to give it to you. Matilda, shout and say, I receive it.
I receive it.
What were you thinking? Matilda, what were you thinking? Tell us. We are learning.
I was about to take it before you came.
But you are shouting, I receive it. You are standing by the money. You are shouting, I receive it. The money is there, and you are shouting, I receive it. Don't mind them. All of them, they are like that. Especially the Christians. They go to church. The pastor will say, you will be a millionaire. Say, I receive it. And I see you becoming dollar millionaires. I receive it. They are not buying shares. They are not investing in treasury bills. But they are saying, I receive it. You will be there. The precept boy will come. Matilda.
Yes.
Matilda.
Yes, sir.
Matilda.
Yes, sir.
I want to give somebody 50 Ghana.
I receive it.
Matilda is born again. Now, Matilda is total born again. You can go. Is this a good lesson? So all of you after today, don't be saying I receive it and you are one place. The things you are learning on this platform, go and apply them. If you don't apply them, people will make money. You will be close to the money. The final thing I want to share with you, Eric, let's go. It's launch operation 1 million. Can we take it together? That means everybody is starting a journey towards 1 million Ghana cedi. Some of you can make it $1 million 1 million euros, but it's operation. Come on. Are you tired? Am I boring? It is operation. Come on, it is operation. It is operation. Shake the person seated by you and tell him operation 1 million. Or the 1 million, you have to say it until you make your first million. When you are praying in the morning, when you pray, God, I thank you, 1 million. I commit a day unto you, 1 million. Even in the prayer, you get to a point you can just say 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. Oh God, 1 million, 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 1 million. Operation. Everybody, those from WAS, St. Mary's, Presec, everybody. When you cry, you obey your hearing. Operation, and it's so practical. I told you about the teacher. We met in 2015. Today, this teacher has a portfolio of 4 million cedis, and he's still a teacher. There's a gentleman who started Operation 1 million journey. When he hits the 1 million, he came to my office. Actually, the 1 million, I hit him. I said, take off the cedi sign, replace it with dollar sign. Say, Paul, you go kill me. I said, I no go kill you. I met him 2 weeks ago. His portfolio is 16 million cedis. Operation. Is it possible or is it not possible? Let's look at the possibility. Let's go. Let's go, Eric. The possibility is you do it little by little and the power of compounding. Anybody here, if you use 18% compounded quarterly, anybody here who can do 150 every month within 27 years, 1 million. 1,000 every month within 16 years, 1 million. 6,000 every month within 8 years, 1 million. But let me break down a few other practical. Look, 50 cedis every month. How many here can do 50 cedi a month? Let me see by hand. Let me see by hand. Good. Those who can do 50 cedis a month, if you can do 50 cedis a month and use the 18% compounded quarterly, and you can grow it by 10% every year, within 20 years, 187,000. Within 30 years, you have 1.2 million. You're starting with 50 Ghana. Look, 100 cedis a month. Within 20 years, 375,000. Within 30 years, 3.4 million. Look at 2 months. Within 20 years, 10.9 million. Within 30 years, but what you do consistently, every city has a destination. If you don't assign it one, it will disappear. And you got to start small, start now, stay faithful. Wealth respects time more than talent. And you are young, you have time, and any of you can be a millionaire. Yeah, those who want sophistication, balance fund has Apple, MT, and all that. Conclusion. Anything is achievable. Go back, Eric. Conclusion. Anything is achievable. Financial independence is possible. These are 4 pictures taken at the same place. 1990, 2003, 2007, 2017. That is the city of Dubai. And that is the ruler of Dubai. Anything is achievable. Those who want to take the knowledge to another level, Joshua has copies of my books outside. I have about 8 books. You can get copies and read them. Let's go. Let's go. David Chilton, the Walter Bible says, the best time to plant an oak tree is 20 years ago. And the next best time is now. And I say the best time you should have started your journey was 5 years. My firstborn is 7. My lastborn is 11 years. He has started. He takes his statement every month. The best time you should have started was when you were 11 years. But if you made a mistake at that time, the next best time is now. Are we streaming live? Are we streaming live? Okay. So I wish you the very best. I said I wish you the very best. Go and make money. I said go and make money. They should. Farmers of money. So tell the person seated by you, I'm going to be a farmer of money. I'm going to be a farmer of money. A farmer of money. So the Lord be with you. In the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years, I expect all of you to be millionaires. We'll change the story of Ghana. We'll change the story of Africa. The Lord be with you.
Please don't stop clapping. Do a better one for Dr. Paul Mante. Wow. Is the MD for EcoBank Capital. One more time, please put your hands together for him. How many of us are billionaires already? Are you sure? It's not by faith, oh. It's not by faith. There are certain things that you have to do. What are some of the things that you have to do to become that billionaire he prophesied into your life? Anybody, let's mention some of the things he's speaking about. Oh, let me see your hand. Just raise your hand. Okay, there's a gentleman there. Let's hear one thing that you are going to implement right after this session.
Cut liabilities and don't live beyond your means.
Don't live beyond your means. Please put your hands together for him. Can I take 2 more? Can I take 2 more? Okay, there's a gentleman here too.
Please, watching our spending habits.
Watch your spending habits. Please put your hands together for him as well. Any other person? One more.
We've learned to start now, to start small, and to stay consistent.
Who is speaking? I can't see. Okay. Okay, what do you say?
We've learned to start now, to start small, and to stay consistent.
All right. Okay, please put your hands together for her as well. All right. So, a few years from now, maybe some 5 years, 10 years from now, we should see billionaires from this particular session. Don't just shout amen. Go and put in place the things, or go and put into practice the things that we're speaking about. One more time, put your hands together for Dr. Paul Mante. So, I'm going to invite him back here. Dr. Paul, Dr. Mante, please come upstage for me. So, there are a few people in this country who are doing very well when it comes to taking people out of poverty to wealth. And we've looked around, and Dr. Paul Mante is one of those people. And so,
because we are streaming live, for the records, I don't have a PhD yet. So the doctor is Dr. Keke. Else tomorrow I'll get a letter.
Before GTech comes for you, you are. And that is why we are going to have this particular presentation by him. To speak to us on the state of financial literacy in Ghana is Dr. Benjamin Amoah. Please put your hands together. Let's welcome him. For the next 30 minutes, he will just present something briefly.
Thank you very much. I hope you have enjoyed the section by Mr. Paul Mante. He's a well-known figure and a well-respected figure when it comes to issues of money management, and especially in the area of personal finance. Thank you very much, Mr. Paul Mante, and thank you for leading a very huge institution like EDC EcoBank. Thank you very much. Joshua Mensah and Young Investor Network, thank you. For more than 17 years, you have been going around trying to bring financial literacy and personal financial management to our doorstep. We are indeed grateful. I will say thank you very much. Mr. Jerry Boachi. Jerry Boachi is my senior. Yes. He's a good footballer, trust me. Sometimes I wonder why he chose, to be selling stocks and not into football. When you see, look at his physique, look at everything, he's a very, very, very good footballer. Yes, back in school, but no, such is life. And I guess he chose the path to be selling stocks, which is also good. But he's a wonderful footballer. He will have been one of the best midfielders we have in Ghana. But that's it. Thank you very much, Ghana Stock Exchange, for all the support. Thank you. CSD, Absa, Development Bank, all the support we give to Young Investor Network. Those of us within the space, we always appreciate that, and we say thank you very much. I have a presentation that I will do, so if my slide is ready, you can help me control the slide. So what I'm going to talk about is building a financial literate future, the role of students, practitioners, and market institutions. How can we as a state, how can we as a financial market platform provider like Ghana Stock Exchange, CSD, the banks like Absa, DBG, etc., help create that pool of financial literate citizens that we need. So this is the outline of my presentation. I'll quickly walk you through what I call the financial literacy problem. You realize that it is not a local or national problem. It is a global problem. So I'll quickly show you that. Then I'll go on to give you some examples. So this is what we have. This is the world. Now, if you are good in visuals and good in colors, I'm trying to explain the map and what we have. All the areas in blue, light blue, you can call it heavy or deep blue, there are areas in the world that have financial literate, adults who are financial literate of more than 60%. In other words, when you pick their adult working class, those who are working, right? This study was conducted by S&P. It is a bit dated in terms of age. It is 2015, but that is the most current we have. After doing that, they have not been able to go around the world again. So it's still valid. Okay. So all the blues, when they took adults who are working through what we call financial literacy test, what was the test about? Simple interest rate calculation, inflation, risk diversification, compounding, the basic things. You realize that in the countries with blue, they scored minimum 51 and above. The countries that we have in orange are countries that scored below 50. And the more heavy the orange is, the lower the adult population that they found out to be financially illiterate. Look at Africa. If you know Africa very well, look at Africa. You can see Ghana in there clearly. In this study, what they saw was that only 32% of Ghanaians, adult working Ghanaians, are financially literate. In other words, 68% of working adults in Ghana from this particular study were not financially literate. That is a big problem. From the policy point and for the development point of view, it is a big problem because if you have 68% of your adult working population not comfortable with the areas of inflation, simple interest, compound interest, financial market, product, there is all the possibility that these individuals are going to shy away from financial market activities. And the pool of resources that they have in terms of money will be outside the mainstream financial market. When that happens, pension funds will not have access to funding. Governments cannot borrow to undertake the heavy industrialization that we expect. These individuals will grow, and when they grow, they become a social burden on the national health situations that we have because they cannot take care of themselves. We should not deceive ourselves. Longevity is increasing around the world. We are growing and aging more and living longer now than we used to have in the past because access to primary health care has improved. So if you are going to live long, and you are most likely going to suffer what you call longevity risk, where you are going to run out of financial resources before you die. It is going to be what? A burden. And if you heard Mr. Mante was talking about retirement planning and the need for us to plan accordingly. So let's move on, sir. Okay, so basically this is what I've said. In Ghana, our problem is a bit peculiar and quite sad because we have gone through series of fraudulent investment schemes. And these experiences, including banking sector, financial sector cleanup, domestic debt exchange program, has created in the mindset of a large section of Ghanaians bad experience. And so when you talk about issues relating to finance, if you talk about issues relating to financial investment, people will listen, but they are always a bit skeptical because of some of these reasons. Thank God there's a solution. And that solution, I think we need to credit the government, both the previous and the current government. What the Ministry of Education has done, together with NACA, National Council for Curriculum Assessment, is that going to get the next slide, please. Okay, so what is financial literacy? Financial literacy is basically what I call Ask AB. Ask AB. If I say ask AB, you're asking the question, right? So I'm saying go and ask what? AB. What do I mean by go and ask AB? Financial literacy is basically the combination of awareness, knowledge, skill, attitude, and behavior. And this combination of these 5 items is used to make sound financial decisions and to help the individual achieve financial well-being. And this is by the OECD. As a matter of fact, the OECD is a very powerful organization that drives many of the changes we see around the world in the area of corporate governance and the area of financing. Okay, what is awareness all about? Financial awareness is the recognition. As an individual, you have to be conscious about financial concepts, products, risks, and opportunities. Why? Because financial matters are issues that we confront on a day-to-day basis. Whether you are rich or poor, you will by all means spend. And that spending is an aspect of finance. It's also about the knowledge. The knowledge is what? We need to possess fundamental economic and financial concepts. Interest rate, simple interest, compound interest, inflation, risk diversification, the concept of the time value of money. Mr. Mante displayed a table where he was looking at how much was invested at 18% per annum quarterized over a period. What he was displaying is the concept of what? Compounding. So at least you should be able to, we are not saying be able to calculate it, but you should be able to understand that so that when you are buying an investment, instead of you to just go simple interest lump sum, if you don't have need for the money, you roll over. So that rolling over concept is what we are talking about as a compound. You need to understand all this, and of course, basic features of financial products. Then the next one is financial skill, the how. The how here is numeracy skills, calculating interest, simple ones. Literacy skills, reading simple contracts. Look, if you are opening a bank account, you will put a paper in front of you. Put your name here, sign here, do this, do that, sign here. You should be able to ask questions, right? You should be able to engage. So reading and understanding simple financial concept and financial contract comes under the skill. The cognitive areas like planning, budgeting, comparing financial products from one financial institution to the other are things you should be able to do. Then we have the financial attitude, the mindset. The mindset. As for me, I was born poor. My great-great-grandfather was poor. My grandfather was poor. I am coming from a family of what? Inherited poverty. So all things being equal, I'm also going to be what? Poor. The mindset. The mindset. So the attitude becomes the mindset, the psychological tendencies and preferences that influence an individual's approach to financial decision making. You need to be positive when it comes to issues relating to what? Finance. That is why Mr. Mante said what? 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. The psychological aspect and the attitude. Then finally, the behavior, the actions. He was saying start small. 20. When you have money, increase it. What he was talking about is the behavior or the actions. So what you have heard, how will you put it into what? Practice. So we can see it over time. That is what we refer to as the actions. So that the individual will ultimately manifest the other 4 components that we have spoken about. In the end, when I say ask AB, if you do not understand anything at all, you don't get anything at all. When you go back to school and you are asked, what did you go to do? Just tell them, ask what? AB. Ask AB. Ask is about awareness. S is about what? The skill. K is the knowledge. And then AB is what? The attitude and the behavior. So that is what Ask AB is all about. And that is basically what financial literacy is. Everything together makes up financial literacy. Awareness means I know financial plan is important. This is just an example. Knowledge. For example, understand what a budget is and how interest rate works. Skill. I can create a detailed monthly budget using a spreadsheet or an app. And then attitude. I value financial security and I'm confident that I can stick to my budget. Behavior. I can actively track my income and expense against my budget every week. You are students. You should be able to draw simple weekly budgets. You receive your pocket money from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday through Friday. What do you use the money for? Just try, sit down, then just jot it down. You'll be shocked to identify some of the loose monies that you spend on things that are not really important. If you are able to do all this, ultimately what you are going to end up with is what we call your financial well-being, a state where you as an individual can meet your current and ongoing financial obligations successfully, where you feel secured. You see, you are not scared. At least financially, you have planned. And so, you are confident that what will come, you have something that you can use to deal with it. You can make choices that allow you to enjoy life. He spoke about high life, not low life. When he said high life, I thought it was high life music, right? But I explained it, high life. So high life, that is it. For you to enjoy life. High life. Very, very important. The next slide. Okay, so why should financial literacy bother us? Why should it bother us? As market participants, students, regulators, etc., etc. Point number one, savings are low in Ghana, especially in the informal sector where majority of us work, informal, not the formal sector, we hardly save, and that is a problem. If you cannot save, how can you even move from savings to investment? Because savings and investment are two different things. So at least, if we are having a problem with savings, it becomes difficult to transition from savings to investment. So we need to be able to educate the masses for them to be financially literate. Another problem is because of the negative experiences, or what you call the lack of knowledge, many individuals out there avoid financial investment. It's something we need to educate the public about. What about the banks? Why is it important? Banks are in many instances into financial inclusion. And let me say this. Financial inclusion is different from financial literacy. These are two different concepts. The banks will always try to provide access. But then the knowledge or the stock of understanding becomes the capability that the individual who has been included can now deploy to harness the benefits that are within the financial system or the financial market. That is why the concepts are very, very important. So banks, what you have to do, and why this is important, is that you have to see financial literacy as a national responsibility. Truly speaking, financial literacy is a public good. Yeah, it's a public good. So you want to see the regulators carrying it. But you see, behind the scenes of financial literacy is the financial institutions that stand to benefit. So although it is a public good, it has heavy private sector or private good interest that the financial institutions have to look at. Also, you have to encourage savings at a very age for students. Then, of course, by providing safe and student-friendly savings accounts, we will be able to, as financial institutions, especially banks like Absa, help bring to bear financial literacy. Students who are here, you are making money decisions every day. Every day, every day. Financial literacy matters. From pocket money to mobile money spending. Without the knowledge, most of you, without even penning down what you will spend, you are doing what you call impulse buying. Because maybe a friend told you this, or you saw somebody eating this or doing that, you are likely to be influenced. With financial literacy and budgeting in mind, you will be able to avoid some of these spontaneous and undecided things that we use our money for. Then, of course, financial literacy provides you freedom, choice, and then worth. Practitioners, if we have financial literacy as a problem, then that problem should provide what we call opportunities, where banks must design products for young people, such as students, products with low fees, digital assets, and financial coaching. And for Absa example, we can say that Absa has dedicated and is still dedicating some resources in the area of student development. Absa, thank you very much. We pray that you continue to do more. At a point in time in my presentation, I'll pause a bit and then I'll continue. It's still part of my presentation anyway. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so what are the institutions? For our purpose, we can talk about the Ghana Stock Exchange. What is Ghana Stock Exchange doing? Ghana Stock Exchange is providing you the platform for you to own shares or ownership in listed companies. By doing that, they are giving you the opportunity to grow your money beyond interest rate. Mr. Mante said, first quarter this year, the returns on the Ghana Stock Exchange has been unbelievable. What he was trying to say is that the money he has created by investing in listed entities has added to his wealth. And of course, he's still working. So Ghana Stock Exchange provides that. Means, as students, you don't need to be rich to start investing. No. 50 to 100 Ghana cedis is enough. Through collective investment scheme or what we call mutual funds, you will be able to what? Invest and start investing. Those who are practitioners, EDC is here. I have seen what? Absa Bank. Okay. Black Star is here. Okay, Black Star is here. Thank you. Ashfield is also here. Thank you very much. I want to assure you that the next generation of investors are in this room. Yes. They may look small, they may look like they don't have money, but trust me, this investment that you are making is what will be lingering on in their minds, so that when they get to uni, they will easily respond to your call for purchase of investment. What you have to do, apart from targeting them, is to simplify their products. Have what we call school-based investment clubs and digital onboarding for the students. They cannot leave maybe campus to come to your offices. But if you are able to set up digital solutions, there's all possibility that through mobile money, you will be able to buy and access your product. The GSE is not, the Ghana Stock Exchange is not for old rich people. Students, listen, it is for every Ghanaian who wants their money to work for them. So the Ghana Stock Exchange that Mr. Pomanti was talking about is not for old people. It's for every single Ghanaian. Next slide, sir. Now, what is supporting all that we are seeing, the movement of the shares, etc., etc.? We have the Central Securities Depository. So the Central Securities Depository now provides the electronic means for your ownership of the instrument to be protected. That nobody goes in there to challenge your ownership. They keep your shares safe electronically, ensures that when you buy or sell, records are clear, accurate, and secure. And that helps build trust in the stock market. Students know that as you start investing, the Central Securities Depository is protecting your investment by way of ownership. And they are doing that by law and through technology. The CSD promises and makes sure the stock market is not just a gambling platform. It's a registered, tracked, and safe platform for you to create wealth. So your interest as an investor is being protected by the Central Securities Depository. So be assured that we are not here just to encourage you to go buy items and lose money, but then we have within the system protection that will protect your interest. Next slide, sir. Okay, so I'll pause here. It is part of my presentation, but I'll pause here. I came along with 5 young investors from the university. I spoke to them, and I came along with them. I want to cede a portion of my time to them. They will come. I will just want to prep their minds for you to listen, and then listen to their experience, and I believe it will help you. So please come. Let's do this quickly. These are 5 young investors. They are not old, they are very young, but they have taken some of these lessons and they are investing. When you see them becoming the millionaires and billionaires that Mr. Mante spoke about, they are starting now. They are starting now. Can I get a microphone, sir? Microphone. So they'll tell us their investor experience. They are young, but they'll tell us their investor experience. Okay, so give it to them, yeah. Okay, so they are listening to you. They want to learn from you. Mr. Mante is here. If there's any mistake, he will also correct you so that you... Okay, so it's to any of you here. Tell us, okay, what made you first decide to put your money in capital market? What at all came into your mind for you to decide to put your money in capital market? And were you nervous? How? What made you to do that? Yeah, talk to them. They are listening. They want to do the same, so they want to learn from you.
All right. So, yes, what motivated my decision? I didn't want my money to sit idle. So when you save, when you have a soup box, keep your money in there every week, every month, medically, you don't get anything from it. Even after 10 years, that money is still, let's say it's 100 cedis. But when you invest in the capital market, money grows. So that was what motivated my decision. I wanted my money to grow, not to just sit idle.
Thank you very much. Anything I want to add to it? Why?
So for me, it was a friend.
A friend?
Yes.
Okay.
Spoke to me about his investment. I was like, oh, wow, you can multiply money. So it was a very interesting thing. And so when I looked at it, I was like, why should I let my money sit idle when I can multiply it and then enjoy it in the future?
Thank you. The last person, why? You have so much money, you didn't know what to do with it. Tell us, yeah.
It was actually my parents.
Your
So
parents, okay.
They used to give me money, pocket money, to keep.
Okay.
And they would see that I'll spend all the money. So when my dad called me, he was laughing. He asked me how I spend my money. I was like, oh, the money I'll chop it. I'll chop because, what am I using the money for? He started laughing. I was like, I have that rapport with him. So he started laughing. I was like, he was like, so you don't invest? I was like, investing isn't it the big man who invest? He was like, be there. And that's all he said, be there.
Okay.
So that's why I invested.
Okay, thank you very much. So, a friend, your dad, a friend, and then for him, he didn't know why his money should sit idle. Most of you here may be having such similar reasons or such similar thinking. What you need to do is to go ahead and invest. What level did you start investing? In school or back? What time?
So last 2 years.
Last 2 years. Level what? 200, right?
1,200.
Thank you. Second year. What about you?
Second year.
Second year. What about you?
Yeah.
When I was in high school.
Junior high school. Oh, okay. I see. That's great. Junior high school. Yes, okay. Okay. Junior high school. Yes. Yes. Some of you, up to now, even common susu box, you don't have. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. The next thing we want to know from you is, what or who helped you to open your investment account? Who helped you to open that investment account? How did you do it?
Fortunately for me, my uncle was a banker.
Your uncle was a banker, okay.
So he actually helped us with what to do, the kind of documents we require and all that.
Spencer came to her. Our department came to a company for money.
Okay.
And she was very passionate about this thing. And I went with my seniors then because I was understudying them. And that's where my investor started from.
Great, great, great. So at least the seed you sowed is the seed we are seeing here. Thank you very much. Can you mention some of the companies or stock that you have purchased? Tell us. We want to know. Yeah.
Everyone has invested in MTN, University of Ghana company.
Okay, yes. What again, yeah? You.
So, personally, it's MTN and ETI.
MTN and ETI. Is it ETI? Okay, yeah.
Okay. So MTN, as I said, Glyco Fixed Income Fund. Yes, and then Y Equity from Young Investors Net.
Y Equity from Young, okay. Then last person.
So mine is Standard Chartered Bank.
Okay.
Yes.
15 years ago, okay. No wonder.
And as well as IC Liquidity Fund. Those are my investments currently.
So you have StanChart shares, right? There is a shareholder of StanChart. Shareholder of StanChart. Thank you very much. Okay, so our last round of questions. It's still part of my presentation, so don't worry. Yeah. What one mistake, right, have you made or did you make earlier on? And what did you learn in the mistake? Okay, yeah.
Okay, the mistake would be lack of patience.
Lack of patience.
Yes.
You are young. How come you don't have patience?
Yes. When you start investing, you think, within 1 month, your money should be multiplied by 10, but it is a long-term investment, not a short-term investment. So when you start investing in capital markets, you would want to be very patient since you grow over time, you didn't grow overnight.
Thank you very much. Any mistake?
So yes. So as you mentioned, patience, and then also lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge.
Yes. After investing the money, you hear in the news that this is happening. So the value of the stock is reducing, and you are wondering, what should I do? What should I do? And then you probably want to sell the share.
Yeah.
And then the following day or the following week, you realize that, okay, it's doing well now. So I shouldn't have. And then also lack of knowledge, because some of us, when we get to know that, oh, okay, I can invest my money in MTN, I can invest my money in EcoBank, then that's it. We don't try to get to understand the way the system works, and it goes a long way to affect us.
Thank you. Any mistake on your part, and why that?
So for me, I also put some money in the liquidity fund of IC Wealth. And one day I needed money for something. It wasn't even important. And I just took all the money out. And I didn't get I just took all the money out.
Yes.
And I was like, if I had waited, I would have gotten the rest.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. And before we bring this to an end, beside money, right? Beside money, what one skill have you gained from investing? Beside money. Beside money, apart from the money I expect, what one skill have you gained from investing? Or any of you can answer?
So let me say a value I've learned.
Value, yeah.
I've learned humility a lot from the stock market. You think that you get something, they don't get anything. It humbles you very funnily, like you don't have anything. So for me, it's humility.
Yeah, I can talk about analysis.
Analysis,
yeah,
okay.
analytical skills.
Okay.
Because the stock market is not one which is too straightforward, it can be very volatile. You are forced to get to learn more, to understand how it works, so that you can make some analysis and then know whether your stocks are doing well, and also anticipate how they will do in the future.
Okay, so if I should give you 50 CDs, what will you use the 50 CDs for now? I think Mr. Mante gave this lady 50. What will you use the 50 CDs for? Yes.
I think we've all learned that investing, because without investing, you are losing money. So 50 CDs right now, probably buy a lot of MTN shares. Okay. I think that would be the advice to everyone here, that invest.
Thank you very much. And what will you say to a friend who thinks that investing is only for adults? Maybe they are thinking that investing is only for adults because they are all in jackets. What are you saying to them?
So I'll say, like, start right now. Can I ask a question? You see how when you don't study for exam, then the exam is getting close, then some friend tells you to open your book. Then you see, this course was easy. I don't know if it's happened to you. Like if I started studying from the beginning, this course is not anything that... It's the same feeling you get in like 40 years if you don't invest now. It's very, very painful. Very, very painful.
Yeah. The next person here, what are you telling somebody who thinks that investment is only for adults?
So the one thing I've come to understand is, you see, when you even grow, you are still your parents' children. You are a child, even when you are grown. So investment is not for adults. It starts now. That is why with as low as 10 cedis, you can invest. So I would encourage all of you to start now, and you will never regret.
Thank you. Last person.
So at this level, when you are young, time is our greatest asset. When you start early, you're going to grow over time, you're going to benefit.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, our young investors. These are living examples. And they have shared their experience with us. My last slide, because of time. Yeah, my last slide. Okay, so this is my last slide. You see, financial literacy is not a one-day event. It is a national movement that we all have to get into. At the University of Ghana Business School, we 5 years ago started what we call the April Financial Literacy Month. So in the month of April, all that we do is that we try as much as possible to create a buzz or noise around personal finance, financial literacy. we are encouraging all the financial institutions here to also do something at their workplace when it comes to financial literacy in the month of what? April. Talk to a friend, do something, go on a walk. Anything about financial literacy is very, very important. Ghana cannot develop its citizens when citizens are not saving, they are not investing to grow wealth. A partnership between banks, Ghana Stock Exchange, CSD, create what we call a complete ecosystem that can help us to be able to create the wealth that we need. To students here, what I would say is that start small. Start now. Start wrong if you must. But the most important thing is that you must what? You must start. So start. And then for practitioners, don't just sell financial products. That's financial inclusion. You are building Ghana's financial future. So I'm commissioning you to commit and support one financial literacy student program. Thank you very much, Mr. Joshua and your team. Thank you for the invitation, and God bless you.
Thank you. Please put your hands together for Dr. Amwa. Dr. Amwa, please don't sit down. Oh, keep clapping for him. Don't sit down yet. Yes. So, Dr. Amwa, just like we did for Dr. Paul Mante, the people of Ghana say that you are one of the few people who is actually very much interested in the financial future of young people. And so they have something small from you, from the Young Investors Network. And Mr. Jerry Wachi will do the presentation for us. Please put your hands together for him as he comes. No, just there. Okay. All right. So it says that financial literacy, let me extend it. Yeah. Financial literacy impact champion. Please put your hands together one more time. It's for Mante. Wow. Oh, please put your hands together for him as he takes a seat. All right, so I understand that some of us have very burning questions that we want to ask. And so because of that, I'm going to ask them to come up here for the next maybe 10 to 15 minutes. We'll just ask a few questions. If you have questions, get them ready. I'll start and then you can follow up. So let's welcome Mr. Paul Mante one more time and Dr. Benjamin Amwa. And they will be joined by Mr. Kosi Jokoto, who is also here. Mr. Kosi Jokoto is here. Please put your hands together for him as he comes. All right. While they remain seated, I want to acknowledge the following people. Need Dodo S, the country director of British Council. I'm sure he's here. Okay, step down. Put your hands together for him wherever he is. Priscilla Yeboah, head of citizenship at Absa Bank. Is she here, Priscilla? Priscilla is also out there. Jerry Boachidankwa is the head of marketing for the Ghana Stock Exchange. Please put your hands together for him. And Thelma Anyenini is assistant manager. I hope I got the name right. What is it, please? Anyani, what the name? Okay. Thelma Anyani. Sorry, I was doing the naming ceremony for you. I'm so sorry. Yes, I'm so sorry. She is the assistant manager of operations at the CSD. Also, Chief Anzim Wusa Manga is a brand and communications officer at the CSD. Please put your hands together for him as well. All right, so these are a few of the people here. We'll continue to acknowledge some others when they join us. Okay, so what? No. Okay, yeah, so you can be here. Okay, this way. All right, so can we have a microphone among the crowd just so that we can take some questions from there? The other microphones for my panelists. I think we can have two here and then one in the crowd so that we can take some questions there. All right. Okay, so just a few things. Mr. Kosijokoto, we heard from you, so maybe you may want to just briefly introduce yourself, tell us who you are briefly, and then we can continue the conversation.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Kosi Jokoto. Currently work with the Bank of Ghana. I've also been in the financial industry over 20 years. I've worked in insurance. I've also worked in the pension
Okay.
but work in the security industry as well and central banking currently. I can share some few experiences with you when it comes to investment and the financial literacy as a whole.
Right. Okay. So we'll touch on maybe 3 things, but I'll start with you, Dr. Paul Mante. Mr. Paul Mante. So you have to do a PhD. Yes, I think you have to. Mr. Paul Mante, so you spoke about investment, you spoke about savings and planning and all of that. There are some people who say they want to plan, but unfortunately, they want to save, but they end up taking the money and spending. How can somebody build discipline towards saving?
Thank you. I think one way to do it is automate your investment. I want to encourage as many who are 18 to open a bank account. It's important to have a bank account and automate the investment. What do I mean? So you can put a standing order on your account. On a certain date of every month, some 50 cedis should go into investment. In fact, currently, even on Momo, you can put standing orders on Momo. So automate it if you are not disciplined enough to invest. But as you chop the money, think about the future too.
As you chop the money, think about your future. All right, let me come to you, Dr. Amoah. Doc, you gave us a breakdown of where we stand currently. Who is responsible for changing that narrative?
It's a shared responsibility. Because financial literacy, because it is human capital, it is knowledge. The first go-to place that you can plant that responsibility on should be the educational sector.
Okay.
Where that approach, from my estimation, gives the least cost approach. Why am I saying so? The schools already exist. We have teachers in there. We have courses and programs in there already. Students are going to be in school for up to about 12 years of their lives. If we are deliberate as a country, which we have started now, we are going to, in smaller chunks, introduce the concept of financial literacy. Students.
Right.
By the time they start working, they have some money management knowledge. It is just by accident that you'll be fortunate to have a father or a mother who is a bit conscious about money, or an uncle who will educate you. If not, for what I call the lost generation, they have lived, they are living, and they are learning the hard way in managing money. So if we can have our school system especially dedicating resources by way of time to financial literacy, it becomes easy. 2, the regulators, and I know the regulators are doing it. The regulators, because the regulators are not influenced by the act of selling and the act of a business case. The regulator comes in with no interest just to make sure that a large section of the public are aware or are educated on what they need to know.
Right.
Then the last one I'll robe in is the financial institutions. I'm robing them in because in many instances, the financial institutions are motivated by a business case. When I put in this amount of money, what am I making out of? In other words, how many products, how many sign-ons am I going to get after the campaign? See, that is a temptation. That temptation pushes the idea of selling onto the recipient without the capability or the knowledge.
Right.
So the person signs onto the product, signs onto the service, and he doesn't even understand anything. Later on, he starts creating problem for you, the service provider. And it's because of the need to make a business case. So if the regulator who has no interest can do it, if the school system can provide it, then we are going to create that pool of financially conscious citizens.
Right.
That when they go to the banks and they start interacting with the tellers, the questions that they will ask, it may appear as if they are being nosy or difficult. But what they actually do is that they are helping you to understand the product. And the chances are that such individuals, when they sign onto products, they create very little problems for you than the one who just rushed for the product. He has no idea about the product. He just bought it, and today he's calling you, tomorrow he's doing this, and tomorrow he's doing that. And that tends to take a lot of your time solving the problem. So I would say that the school system can help. The regulators should do that. And then finally, financial institutions will also come in to provide that. In the end, it's a shared responsibility.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, please put your hands together for him. Let me come to Mr. Jokoto. He mentioned the institutions. Do you think we are doing enough as a country when it comes to the institutional level in advancing financial education in the country?
I will say no. There is always room to improve. Because I don't speak for the central bank, but I can tell you that there's a department dedicated for financial literacy.
Okay.
So the bank is involved in some of these literacy issues. But I want to add that when it comes to the institutional level, the activities are not coordinated. That is what I'll say. Financial institutions are doing their bit. Regulators are also doing their bit. And people like the stock exchange are also doing their bit. So if we can have a coordinated approach, it will go a long way to make an impact, better impact. In addition to that, financial literacy is huge. And it has not been part of our curriculum. People go to school many years. You can even have your MBA and you are not financially literate.
That's true.
So everybody must be deliberate in educating themselves about finance and money.
Okay.
And when you say financial literacy, it cuts across so many things. We have the behavioral side. For instance, when you were asking about
the savings
thing, it is not everybody that can save.
That's true.
There's a study about that. There is somebody, what makes the person to keep up is if he gets money, he spends it. And what motivates that person is ability to spend, so he's able to work harder.
Okay.
There's somebody, they say we call it, they say it's Pepe. If he has 2 cedis, he can save 1 cedi. Whatever you do, the person will not touch them. So we are all different.
Right.
So you can't have one solution for everybody. You have to know the temperament of the person. Okay. So that also, so you have to know yourself.
Right.
Apart from, so that is one side. Then we have the product itself when it comes to money, when it comes to investment instruments. You must be able to apprehend each of them.
Okay.
To talk about insurance, there is investment in it. There's investment at the stock market, the investment at the banking sector, the investment at other areas. You should be able to appreciate how this work, what are the risks involved. So whenever you take a decision, it's comprehensive enough.
Right. Okay. I think Dr. Sorry,
because
Mr.
we
Manti
are
wants to say
streaming
something.
live, let me quickly add very good point made earlier on. But we need to, the financial institutions, because that's where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
We need to understand that when you look at Dr. Amwe's presentation, you look at the financial literacy levels, you will see a direct correlation between the financial literacy level and the development of the economy. The more developed economies have more people who are financially literate. So we have a collective interest. It's not about profit and loss. Right. It's not about top line and revenue. It's about the society we live in. You cannot do good business in a decayed environment where people are poor, when everybody around you is doing well, it helps,
right.
And I want to mention that the churches must be involved in this. So we've talked about the regulator, we talked about the financial institutions, but we are a very religious society. So the churches, the mosque, the religious houses must be interested in providing financial literacy. I recommend that some of the Sunday services must be dedicated to financial literacy. I mean, it's important, and in my presentation, I talked about giving back. We encourage people to give to the church and all that, but we must be interested in how they make the money. We must not only be interested in the money coming in, we must be interested in empowering the people so they can make more money. So the religious bodies, the churches must be interested in this. The media houses, You must dedicate time. It must not always be you need to pay before you come and do finance. No, they must dedicate time. When they invite us, we'll come. My colleagues are here. We'll come and do the education. So we help develop our country.
All right, please put your hands together for my panelists. I want to take two questions. Two questions, if anybody has any question. It doesn't have to necessarily be related to what I asked them. Anything that they're speaking about. Okay, there's a gentleman here, and then there's one more here. Can I get one more from this area? Is there anybody here? Okay, then we can do the two. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Please be on your feet so that they can identify you and then bring you the microphones. All right, so let's go to Presec, then we come to Akraka and WAS.
Good day, sir.
Yeah.
My question is about, say, in an economy like Ghana's, and as an investor, how do financial institutions factor into risks like inflation? Because the last time I checked, about 3 years ago, the inflation rate was around 10%, and now it's around 3%. That means the purchasing power of the money you invested has reduced. So my question is about how financial institutions factor inflation into investment for really the average people.
Okay, okay. Let me take these ones as well, and then they will address them when we can move on. So let's take this one. He's asking about inflation. All right.
So, sir, I want to ask, what's the safest way for a beginner to start investing with little amount of money?
Okay, safest way, right.
Okay, so if I want to start investing, I want to know the safest way to invest and where to begin and how to go about it. That's
Okay,
what I want.
the same question. So maybe we'll take one more. Anybody? Okay, there's one here, right?
So, good afternoon, please. My name is Steven, and then my question is, for instance, they said the churches are also supposed to involve in the financial literacy program. And then I want to say that in most Africa, the church's motive is they making profit because they want you to pay offering to them. So how would they advise us to go and invest our money that will pay us?
All right, so I think we'll answer these questions and then we can proceed. So any of you want to attempt any of the questions? So BOG, you deal with inflation for me. Yes, Mr. Jokoto. So you deal with inflation for me. Suppose you can touch on.
So,
yeah, how to invest and all of that. So
maybe I get what exactly you want to mean. You want to know how inflation affects investment, if I get you right. Is that right? Okay. So when inflation is low, it's good for investment because inflation actually eats into your money when it's increasing. Okay? So when we have a period where inflation is easing or is going down, it's good for investment because the value of your money is better. Okay? So when inflation is going down, it's good. And the issue will be...
If I may, I think his question is about how unpredictable our situation is when it comes to inflation.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so the second part, let me answer it from your direction. When you invest money today, maybe, for instance, the example you gave, inflation is at 10%, and suddenly it moves to 3.2%. What effectively is telling you that you have gained about 6.8% without interest for the same value of money. So that is the gain when inflation eases. The issue is the opposite. When at the same time inflation moves from, let's say, 10 to 50% as we had it in the past, what it means is that the value of your money has gone down. So inflation actually, when it's increasing or is high, it eats into the value of money. That is your purchasing power. So what your 1 cedi or 2 cedi can buy, when inflation goes up, it can't buy the same thing again, so you lose value. So it is in an environment, an ideal environment, inflation should be stable. All right? Not necessarily maybe at a particular rate all the time, but it can move around some band which is comfortable for investment.
Right. Okay, so you can see him after for some more explanation, right? Okay, because of our time.
Just want to say that you should just make sure that when you are investing, you are getting above inflation. As for inflation, you can't do anything about it. It's not in your control. So you are investing to make sure that you protect the value.
Yeah.
Just wanted to add to the very good point made by my brother already. What is the safest way to start? The safest way to start is to start. And start quickly. And I concluded by saying the best time was 20 years ago. The next best time is now. So look, start 20 cedis, 50 cedis. If you are not 18 yet, you can get a money box. I went to speak in the church. One of the people in the church called because the son, who is 10 years, sat in that session and we didn't know that he was following. He had been putting money in his money box. He has 900 cedis and wanted to start investing. So you got to start now. And like the three young people Dr. Amwa interviewed, the father told him, you be there. You be there. Don't start. There is a young man I've been mentoring. I just showed a message to Jeribo Achidankwa. He's 21. His target this year is to end this year with a portfolio value of $25,000. And he's 21. So the safest way to start is start. Don't wait till tomorrow. The churches, why should they?
Whenever you want to understand money, up to the 30. Then these books have also been approved by National Curriculum Assessment to be used in schools.
Okay.
So whenever you need some, we'll leave copies with your people. You can get some cut across insurance, investment management, everything you want to know about money and how these products work in the market, the risk involved.
Right.
You can get one for yourself.
Right.
Then we also have the digital financial literacy. That is where we are going. The future of money and investment is also available.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Dr.
you. I have a number of books. I never intended writing a book. Just anytime you finish presentation, people ask for slides. You give to them, they will come and follow up. This point, I didn't understand it. Explain it. And it's the motivation why I started writing. I have 8 books. I have 9 books actually, 8 in print at the moment. Retirement planning is here. 80 practical multiple streams of income ideas. A practical guide to multiple streams of income. Foundation for financial independence. I have one on financial independence is possible. I have one on how to own your first house. I have one on marriage and finance, how couples can work together to become financially independent. So these are a few books. I think some are outside. If you don't get any of them, the foundation is an important book every young person needs to read because it gives you the foundation to build on. Thank you.
Well, a round of applause for my panelists as they take their seats. I think we can take a picture. We'll take a picture quickly and then they can take their seats. Please put your hands together for them one more time. We're going to receive 2 individuals who are also going to join me now. Quick questions about what they do, and then we can proceed with our program. So, can I have a rep from Chief Scholars? He should be here. Please put your hands together for him as he comes. That's a rep from Chief Scholars.
Chief, which is the abbreviation for Center for Higher International Education Facilitation. And I'm the head of admissions and counseling services at Chief, where we assist students or anyone who wants to study outside with admission processes and visa process as well. We also assist with the test prep, that's the IELTS, GRE, GMAT, SAT. We also assist with scholarship applications for mostly undergrad. You know, to study outside is very expensive compared to here. I mean, I studied at ATU and fees there is around 4,000 cedis. But when you want to study in the US, a school like Stanford undergrad is around $60,000. I mean, you can't pay that money. You can't. So for undergrad, they need help with the application process and scholarship or funding. So that's where we come in to assist students with all these
By
processes.
assistance, do you mean it's free?
No, it comes at a charge.
Okay. Right. So let me also hear from you. What do you do at Black Stars? I mean, not you as a person, Black Stars Investment.
All right, so it's a Black Star group with 2 subsidiaries. We have an asset management subsidiary that is into pension fund management, mutual fund, and then also wealth management. And then we have a brokerage wing that is into securities trading, both domestic and then also foreign securities. So the market, in our market, is literally divided into 2. We have money markets and then capital markets. Money markets has to do with securities that are short-term, usually 1 year or less, whilst the capital market has to do with medium to long-term. So when you are talking about capital markets, we are referring to the equities, what the Ghana Stock Exchange spoke about, and then also bonds, like Government of Ghana bonds. These are issued for 2 years and above. And then on the money market side, we have the likes of treasury bill equities. There are mutual funds that would invest in only fixed income, whereas there are mutual funds that would also balance the 2. So they will put a portion in fixed income and then also another portion in equities. So depending on what the investor wants, a portfolio manager or the asset management firm is able to couch something for the investor in order for the investor to harness his or her returns. And
Right.
that
So
is what we do
if
at
anybody
Black
wants to invest with, through Black Star, what are the steps?
Okay, so investment has been made simpler and easier lately due to technology. So there's Black Star app, which you can simply download from the App Store or the Play Store. Sign up, and then right on the app, you can invest in equities. You can invest in fixed income. You can buy treasury bills. You can buy bonds. You can also buy global assets, the likes of Apple, Amazon, among others, right on the app. Also, there are some 2 types of markets. Let me just explain this one quickly. We have a primary market and then a secondary market. So the primary market has to do with the market where the security is issued for the very first time. So for example, if you go to Makola and you go and get your stuff from Makola, you may be getting it from a whole price, right? A wholesale price. Now, when you bring it to your retail shop in Medina, at that point, you are not selling it at a wholesale price. You may sell it at a retail price. That is how the primary market works when it comes to fixed income. So on Fridays, the Bank of Ghana, in collaboration with the Ministry of Finance, issue treasury bills. It's done every Friday, 91, 182, and 364 days. Now, when you buy treasury bills on Friday, you are buying directly from the government. So you are buying it at the government's price directly. Now, on Monday or subsequent days, when you want to buy a treasury bill, you wouldn't be buying it from the issuer, which was the government. You'll be buying it from another investor, usually banks or other investors who bought into their books, and then they'll retail it to you.
Right.
So that differentiates between the primary market and then also the secondary market. Right on our app, you can take positions on the primary market as well as the secondary market. I think we've had a discussion on equities a lot, and we oftentimes get people asking us, I've tendered in a bid or an order in your app and it's still pending. I'm trying to buy MTN shares, I'm trying to buy GCB shares, and it's still pending. So the equity market, just like any other market where there are buyers and sellers, whenever you are buying, there has to be a corresponding seller. So when you put in a bid to buy a particular stock and there are no sellers available, your order will pen until a seller comes by. Similarly, when you put in a sell order and there's no buyer available, it pens until a buyer comes by for it to match. And until then, your transaction or your order would stay pending. So there's that much, then it can be executed.
Right. Okay, thank you. So finally, you tell us a bit about how people can be able to do business with you, how they can get in touch with you, your firm, and you get to assist them with their educational needs.
Okay, so we are located at Abelempe. We are on the same premises with the Basto School Ghana campus. We have our website as well, which is info@chiefglobal or chiefglobal.org. When you go to our website, you'll get our contact details over there. And we don't just assist with undergrad, we also assist with master's and PhD applications. And I would like to talk more about Chief and explain how we are different from the other
In 30
agencies.
seconds.
Okay. So I know there are a lot of study abroad agencies in Ghana. There are lots. We are Chief. We've been in business for more than 20 years now. And what we do differently from other companies is, I'm not going to spoil someone's business, but you see, these other agencies, when you go, everybody has certain schools they work with outside there. You will see some with some schools there, they have their pull-up or banners over there. Most of these schools are commission-based schools. So let's say if I have 3 students, one comes with a first class, another with a second class upper, and another with a third class. If I'm driven by commission, because the school will say, bring me a student, I'll pay you. So each student, I get around $2,000 or £2,000. Because I want the money, I'll send all the students to that same schools, where you can do a little work for the students with the first class or the second class upper and take them to a good school. It doesn't take a lot of work to send someone to a good school out there. Right. So that's what we try to do differently from the other companies. We make sure that we send you to the school you deserve to go to.
Right. Let's put hands together for them. So these are the kinds of business.
My final words. Final words, just briefly, under 30 seconds. So I just want to touch on 3 types of investors. So we have traders.
That's us.
We have, sorry? Yes, let me just.
In 30 seconds, please.
Yeah. So we have traders who would want to trade for capital gains. So those are the people who quickly want to see that the price of the stock has appreciated, then quickly they will sell and make profit. There are some also who would want to hold and enjoy dividends. So you can decide to be a dividend investor or you can decide to be a trader who would want capital gain. But I recommend you be both because there are certain stocks that you need to hold purposely for capital gains, whilst there are other stocks that you hold and enjoy dividends and lasting growth. And that is the way to grow your wealth as you grow.
Right. Let's put hands together for them. Thank you very much. Ernest from Black Stars and my brother from Chief Scholars or Chief Global. All right, so we're going to get into the second part of our event today. Like I told you from the beginning, it's a 2-part event. We had to do a financial literacy session right from the beginning till now. And now we're transitioning to the proper launch of the National Youth Investment and Financial Literacy Program. And so we're going to take some speeches. Like I said from the beginning also, it is not just about the speeches. It's about what is in there for you to pick. And so we'll start right away. Mr. Jerry Boachidankwa is the head of marketing for the Ghana Stock Exchange, or CSD. And he is going to give us a brief speech before we proceed with some other ones. So let's put hands together for him as he comes. That's Mr. Jerry Boachidankwa as he gives us a brief, very brief speech this afternoon.
Thank you very much. I think today my name has been mentioned more than anybody else here. Okay, so I bring you greetings from the Ghana Stock Exchange, our managing director, Ms. Abnamwa, and the rest of the team. They extend their regards. So, a very good afternoon to all of you, our distinguished guests, partners and colleagues, for joining us this afternoon for this very important program. It is with great pride and excitement that we mark this important milestone in our mission to build a financially empowered generation. Over the past 3 years, the Ghana Stock Exchange, in collaboration with the Central Securities Depository, Young Investor Network, Securities and Exchange Commission, our regulator, Ghana Securities Industry Association, the umbrella body for the capital market, UMB Stockbrokers, Ashfield Investments, IC Securities, Blackstar Stock Brokerage, FinCap Securities, Absa, and our new partner, Development Bank Ghana, which is represented hereby. They are represented by Barbara. Barbara, thank you for coming. So we have been on a very purposeful journey, bringing financial literacy to the doorsteps of our youth. Through educational tours, the National Investment Quiz, and the Stock Pitch Competition, we have successfully reached 330,505 students across 404 senior and tertiary institutions nationwide in the last 3 years. I think we deserve a clap. So for the past 3 years, this financial literacy program has reached out to over 330,000 students across the country. And you can imagine when every student in this country gets to understand and appreciate investment and savings, how it will help people to make informed decisions when it comes to finance. You know, in Ghana, they say that sika emoja. So if you really know how to manage your money well, then it means that your blood will be safe, right? It means that your future will be better. You have a better retirement and you retire smiling. These are not just numbers. They represent thousands of young minds awakened to the possibilities of investing and wealth creation. But we are not stopping here. GSE has spent over 700,000 Ghana cedis. I think we deserve a big round of applause. In the last 4 years, we have spent over 700,000 Ghana cedis to embed financial literacy among the youth who are potential investors, future business moguls, and leaders of this country. For GSE, financial literacy is not just one of our strategic pillars, but a call to duty to create a platform to create wealth for generations. We are even in the process of setting up what we call a GSE Academy to roll out educational programs for the investing public, boards and senior executives of the capital market and even outside, with the objective of deepening public knowledge on capital markets and how they work. As part of the GSE Academy, we also have what we call an accelerator program, which will also be part, and it is designed to prepare small and medium-scale enterprises and corporates for listing. So we train and prepare them and make sure their financials, their setup, everything is fine, and then we help them to come and list on the Ghana Stock Exchange. And we believe this will open new frontiers of growth and opportunity for businesses across our country. Today marks another exciting chapter of financial literacy journey. Together, we are not just teaching young people like you about money, we are shaping the financial leaders and the entrepreneurs of tomorrow. If you understand money, you control your future. How many of us believe that? That if you understand money, you will control your future. And small financial decisions today create big outcomes tomorrow. And that is why you are being encouraged to start your investment journey now. Financial literacy is indeed the foundation of financial independence. In concluding, let me end with a quote from Robert Kiyosaki. I'm sure all of you know him. Read that, poor dad. Or he was not the one who wrote that book. Okay. He said, financial freedom is available to those who learn it and work for it. Unquote. Let us seize this learning opportunity to create wealth and build a better future for ourselves and the generations after us. Thank you very much for your attention. And wishing all of us the very best for the rest of the day. Thank you.
Do a better one for him. Mr. Jerry Boachidankwa from the Ghana Stock Exchange. We're also going to hear from another speaker this afternoon, who is from the Central Securities Depository. If Thelma is here, yeah, Thelma is Anyeni, right? I got it right this time. Hey, what's happening? Please put your hands together for her as she speaks to us briefly. Sorry.
Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Thelma Akifoy Anyane. Thelma Akifoy Anyane, from the land of the trustworthy, Upper East region. So all our names begin with A. So if you see any name with A, then you should be thinking, are you from Upper East? First, before you ask about any of the northern regions. I'm glad to be here today. Today has been a long day. We thought we were just coming for 30 minutes and we'll go, but we'll make it quick. So at the CSD, we believe in a resilient financial market. So our investment is towards structures that will make sure that when you invest, we won't come back and tell you stories. And that is what we are fixed on doing, and that is what we have been doing for the past 20 years. And we hope by the grace of God we'll continue to do it. So the financial literacy program, as we have come to know, is no more a luxury. For the young people here, we are excited every time we go out to meet you because we know that financial literacy is a must for all of us, as a country, as individuals, and as families. Because if you are a family and one side is not doing well, you are not free. Every funeral, they will come to the other side that is doing well. So at the CSD, we believe that we should give level playing ground for everybody to be able to thrive. And that is why we are particular with other stakeholders to make sure that we start on the right footing. Okay. My boss prepared this for me, so I read it. Okay, we are living in a digital age. I would paraphrase the speech. We are living in a digital age where I think most of you have phones. And the phones are not just for scrolling. They are not just for TikTok. Some can stay on TikTok till the next morning. All we are saying is that that's money for the data, that's money, that time that you use in scrolling could be put to a better use. You scroll and you learn. You scroll and you make ways for your future. Make sure that in scrolling, you are not just scrolling and laughing away. You are scrolling to learn something, to invest, and to make your future better. That is the long and short of all that we are saying. The phones are devices. A lot of people are now buying their securities online. And I'm excited because I'm directly involved with investor relations. So I see the increase that has come in the various securities that are on the stock market. It's exciting. I know most of them are young people because of the messages they send. The emails, some of them you clearly see the age bracket. But we are excited to receive them because we know that you are taking a step and we are guiding you to a better future. So all we are saying is that 10 cedis, like every speaker has mentioned, when MTN came, it was 75 pesos. Now it's 5 cedi, 53 pesos, as at yesterday. So if you bought 10 at 7 cedis, 50 pesos then, today your value will be, somebody should tell me. It was 75 pesos. Now it's 5 cedi, 53 pesos. So you see the jump. Apart from that, they have paid small dividend that you can use to chalk somewhere. Also, they have had AGMs that people have come to chew chicken. All those are perks that come with investing. We are not saying start big. All the speakers have said that start small. See, when I started working, my salary was 240 cedis. I didn't invest. When they pay me, I take all the money and put in a rubber bag. I tie and put in my bag. Because my dad was still giving me money every day. Then from that 240, I jumped to, the next job was paying me 11 million. Not now, 11 million, as at 2000. I was in Absa then. So I was excited. I was like, hey, now I'll do things. But I still didn't start. Okay. Meanwhile, when I was in the union taking student loan, I had bought some securities. So you see how funny it is. As your money grows, your responsibilities grow. Don't wait to get it big before you start. Now I pay funeral contribution. Before, I don't pay. You start paying funeral contribution. So now that you are not paying funeral contribution, nobody's child has given birth that you have to buy diaper and go and visit. Please start small. This is what we are saying this afternoon. This is what we are encouraging ourselves to collectively achieve. And we are praying that through the different pathways, the stock page competition, the financial educational tour, we'll be coming to your schools, we'll be selling ideas to you. Make sure that your name is written somewhere. And at the end of the day, let's collectively put our name in that Dr. Amoy's map that he put there. Let Ghana be blue. Okay, and a deep one at that. So that together, we'll say this is a country where people made a conscious effort to ensure that the country became rich and the people became rich. Thank you very much, and we're excited to be here.
Don't stop clapping. Please keep clapping till she takes her seat. Thank you very much. All right. I hear somebody say, Thelma, well done. So it means that she did very well. Please put your hands together one more time for her. Okay, so I just want to acknowledge a few other people who have joined us this afternoon. We have Barbara Ricketts from the Development Bank Ghana. She's the head of CSR and partnerships. Please put your hands together for Barbara. Thank you very much for coming. All right, we're going to hear from our next speaker as well. She is Madame Priscilla Asari Yeboah, head of citizenship at Absa Bank Ghana. Please put your hands together as she comes to speak to us. My people, anyway. I'll go and fight them there. Sorry.
Never mind. So I'm Priscilla Yeboah. Good afternoon, everyone. Lovely people here this afternoon. It's really wonderful to see you all again. I'm very excited to be here because I know we are starting something wonderful today again. What I do for Absa Bank is corporate social responsibility. And for years that I've been doing this, the focus of the bank is to give back to young people, to support young people to grow, to support young people to be financially savvy, to support young people to deepen that map that Mr. Manti showed us on the board. We want to see all the billionaires coming from Ghana. And Absa Bank is actually very passionate about that. Youth development is our focus, and that's all we want to achieve. Today is an exciting day for me. On behalf of my managing director, my boss, head of marketing and corporate affairs, I also have a speech I have to read. It's very important because it will share with you why, as a bank, we've decided to go on this journey. I would like to warmly, first of all, acknowledge our partners, the Ghana Education Service, the Ghana Stock Exchange, the Central Securities Depository, Young Investors Network. Now we have Development Bank on board. We have quite a number of institutions that we've been doing this with for the past years. Standing on all existing protocols that have been laid, my colleagues from Absa Bank, our wonderful teachers who always welcome us to the schools when we come. I've seen quite a lot of them in the room this day. And I know I owe quite a number of them some calls that didn't go through, but I know they've forgiven me. And you are students and media, you are not left out. Let me start by sharing something quite very simple. A few months ago, as usual, I was scrolling on TikTok or one of those channels, and I watched a short video of a student from a very remote senior high school. She's about 16, studying visual arts. That was what she said. She spoke about how learning to set clear financial goals, smart goals, has changed how she thinks about money. She talked about planning, saving, and feeling more confident about her own future. What stuck with me wasn't anything complicated. It wasn't anything out of this world. It was how normal and practical it sounded. It was very real. I saw somebody who had, even though she was talking about money, I saw somebody who had learned how to plan. Just money planning all other things. And I thought that was very, very, very interesting and very noteworthy. And yet, how powerful that knowledge is at her age was the other thing that stood out for me. Because at age 16, she's talking about planning, she's talking about the future, she's talking about the do's and don'ts of money issues. Many of us here, especially those of us sitting in front here, only learn these lessons much later on in our lives. Sometimes through painful mistakes that we have made, and we vow to ourselves that we are going to help young people not to make those kind of mistakes that we made. And the best part of it for me was she's already teaching others. Her peers, her siblings, her friends, and even her parents. She's sharing what she has learned with them. That is what multiplicity of knowledge can do. So the more people who appreciate how to manage their finances, it will trickle down, and then our economy will be a better place. This is not about, financial literacy, I would say, is not about memorizing definitions or passing exams. Not at all. It's about giving young people tools they can use every single day of their lives. That is how we see financial literacy training. Tools that help them make better decisions, avoid unnecessary stress. Because not having money, being poor, trust me, is very stressful. But these are tools. Financial literacy gives us these tools that will make life a little stress-free. And it will help young people feel in control of their lives as well. Financial literacy is not a nice to have at all. We don't see it as something you can just have for yourself. It's a life skill, especially as you journey through life. As head of citizenship at Absa Bank, so at Absa we call our CSR portfolio citizenship. As head of citizenship of Absa Bank, I have the privilege of working at the intersection of business and impact. And one thing I firmly believe is this: when we invest in knowledge, especially for young people, the returns go far beyond numbers. They show up in confidence, they show up very independent, and they show up stronger in our communities where we live. Over the past 2 years, working closely with our partners, especially the Young Investors Network, I think they've been very supportive in this our journey of reaching as many people with financial literacy, and all our other partners. The Absa Money Matters program reached more than 300,000 young people across 9 regions of Ghana. And we are very happy. We started with just 4 regions, and in 2 years, we've reached over 9 regions. This year, we are so excited because we want to expand and give as many people the opportunity to learn this skill as possible. That is why we are so excited to bring on board as many partners as we can, because it's our duty and it's our responsibility as financial institutions, as corporate bodies, as people benefiting from this economy, as institutions or organizations benefiting from this economy, to support the growth of this economy. And this is our way of giving back to society. At Absa, we don't see citizenship as an add-on to our work. It's central to who we are. We believe knowledge is the first form of capital. And when young people have access to that knowledge, they are better equipped to create opportunities, not just for themselves, for those around them. To our partners, our educators, to our facilitators and our volunteers, thank you for walking this journey with us. Your time and commitment make this program real. And to the students here today, I want to encourage all of you to keep asking the relevant questions, to keep picking the right lessons, to make that financial decision to start saving today, to continue learning about the opportunities available for you to become financially savvy, to become economic contributors in this country. I want to encourage all of you to cultivate this habit that will help you build now what you want to be in the future. At Absa, we are proud to stand with you, to support your growth, and to be part of your story, because your future story truly matters. Thank you very much this afternoon for having me, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you when we visit your schools. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Priscilla Yeboah. She is the head of citizenship at Absa Ghana. One more time, let's give her a round of applause. So we're going to wrap up very soon. We still have a few things to do before we go, but the launch is coming up shortly. We're going to really launch this initiative, and then we wrap up for today. But we'll take a video. Now we have someone joining us all the way from the UK. Is going to speak to us briefly on video. Are we set? All right, so roll it.
Hello, my name is Claire Bowen. I'm a sponsor board member of the Young Investors Network. Today we launched the National Youth Investment Programme from here in Accra. I've been closely associated with YIN for 10 years this summer, and I've seen such positive impacts and outcomes for all the young people who have Hello, my name is Cleo Bowen. I'm a sponsor board member of the Young Investors Network. Today we launched the National Youth Investment Programme from here in Accra. I've been closely associated with YIN for 10 years this summer, and have seen such positive impacts and outcomes for all the young people who have participated and learned from their experience with us. We should call them the YIN family, because they really are. So much has changed in these years. On my first visit in 2016, it was all about power cuts and water outages and less direct support for the youth and business owners on the ground, something the Young Investors Network began tackling head on. Then COVID, of course, hit us all, and our youth today impacted as very young children. Once through that difficult time, our youth are being
Next, real. Open here. I evolved from a post-World War II organization that coordinated European research
a powerful movement to take leadership and is changing the minds of the youth towards money. It is called the Absa Financial Literacy Program, currently sponsored by Absa Bank Ghana and implemented by the YIN.
So you are the OECD, that's the Organization for Economic. Is that against inflation. So this is where we deploy our strategy called the this we are going to allocate 45% to equities. This is the national
Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to the 2025 edition of Select Page Competition. This is the Q of Investival 2025. This is where tertiary students come together to analyze the market for us and tell you where to invest our money. And joining me as team
be. The evolution of digital platforms is hugely influential on our youth. As older generations, we have to keep pace. How do we work with this generation of tech-savvy, socially responsible and flexible young people who see the future very differently to their parents and grandparents? Over those 10 years, working closely with Joshua, Kofi, Bossman and the wider management team of YIN, we've evolved into the organisation you see today. We've enjoyed huge support from sponsors and partners too, so thank you, a massive thank you. In the early days, our focus was on financial awareness and financial literacy for the youth. We went to schools and colleges and universities to spread the word. We quickly realised that the youth would benefit from complementary development skills to help them on their path to a successful future. Our primary focus is coaching to support young people with making good decisions about money management and investment. In recent years, they have benefited from additional learning pillars, beginning with self-awareness, awareness of others, collaboration and leadership. Additional modules cover confidence building and practical skills for young entrepreneurs and aspiring SME founders. Of course, the most critical topics now are digitalisation and the growth of AI, and here again we are building awareness and skills. It's great to see life skills add value to YIN financial awareness training. The two go hand in hand. I'm regularly in Ghana and always support from afar. I'm looking forward to a new chapter in 2026 and wish everyone involved in the launch and the programme huge success. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Nkansa Emanuela Akosia, a participant of National Investment Quiz 2024 and 2025. I got introduced into National Investment Quiz by my teachers. In 2023, my school had the opportunity to partake in the quiz, and I got fascinated and enchanted by how the quiz was conducted and had the desire to partake in the quiz. Thankfully, in 2024 and 2025, I got the opportunity to partake in the quiz.
This is our third time actually participating in this quiz, and due to our previous experiences, we've been able to go back, do our homework well and our corrections, so we are coming back stronger and better.
Being in National Investment Quiz has been so grateful and so impactful in my life. I got a lot of benefits such as teamwork, leadership, opportunities like networking, and financial literacy. Would you believe me if I told you that I thought financial literacy was knowing how to count money and being able to tell the prices of goods and services? Not knowing it goes way beyond that, like investing and saving. Through National Investment Quiz, I got to meet a lot of dignitaries who were so impactful in my life. They gave me such and so great advices that I used to take, and are going so well with me. My advice to upcoming participants of the National Investment Quiz are these two. First is leadership, and second is teamwork. They go hand in hand. You cannot do one without the other. But teamwork is
We are so excited that you're doing this amazing work here at Young Investors Network. All right, we are supposed to award Joshua join me here. Want to award a few individuals. These are exceptional individuals who have been able to take their time to study and learn and grow in the space of business, and want to just acknowledge them by awarding them this afternoon. And I hope that inspires you. If you're here, you might be coming to your schools. If we haven't been there already, we might be coming to your schools, and make sure that you get involved in some of the things that we do. When you hear that Young Investors Network is on your campus, make sure that you show up there and be a part of whatever we are doing. So we'll receive the, okay, so I see the awards coming, and so we'll acknowledge a few of the individuals now.
Hello. So thank you very much. We have the best students in West Africa representing PSEC. Let's clap for them. The best business students, Eric, who participated in the National Investment Quiz Competition 2025, representing PSEC. Jonathan, can you show a video of Eric? He's here as we acknowledge what he has done. Oh, Eric, please come. And it was part of the PSEC team. And across the whole West Africa, it was the best students. And we also represent PSEC for the National Investment Quiz. Can you please clap for him?
Don't stop clapping till Eric gets here. Yes, keep clapping, keep clapping. Very handsome gentleman.
So we also have the UG Excellence Awards by University of Ghana. They give it to our own guy, Soti. It's around. Let's clap for Soti. I think Soti is coming. Then the World Bank also, our president, okay, as a delegate to visit the World Bank for the Youth Dialogue Program, which is happening in May. They are here. Is Dubai. Please, let's call them. Please come forward. Soti, please come. So these people have done very well. They've been supportive. This is Dubai. We have currently received invitation from the World Bank to join them for the Youth Dialogue Delegate, right? Yeah, and this is Eric, who did the National Investment Quiz Competition, representing PSEC. Unfortunately, they couldn't go to the finals. and currently is the best students for the whole West Africa, best business students for the whole West Africa. And let's do better for them.
And he's from Presec. Presec, put your hands together for your man now.
Then again, we also have Soti. Recently won the Vice Chancellor Excellence Award as the best, the best at the business administration students.
Wow.
Okay, that's the University of Ghana.
Wow.
Business school. Let's clap for him.
Him as well.
Yeah. So these are the people that we work with. They all belong to the Young Investors Network. So people could watch. We have the NIQ, Stop Pitch. Okay, so all pass through what we are doing. So for us, we believe in impact. And that's what we do all the time. So today we are going to launch the 3 programs that we spoke about. I'm sure, can we show the video for the Stop Pitch one? Can we call Mr. Ben to come and shake their hands as they sit down? Dr. Ben.
Moa. Yeah, Dr. Moa. It's a handshake. Yes. That's
so thank them. And they are all from the University of Ghana.
Okay.
University of Ghana Business School.
So these are young people who are making the Young Investors Network proud. They've passed through their system and they are doing amazing things out there. Let's put hands together one more time for them as they take their seats. So now let's direct our attention one more time to the screens and watch this documentary.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Jumfrey Champon and I'm a final year student in the University of Professional Studies, Accra. I joined a stock pitch competition in November 2025 and it all began when I had a presentation in class and my lecturer submitted my Hi, I'm Rebecca Jumfrey Champon and I'm a final year student in the University of Professional Studies, Accra. I joined a stock pitch competition in November 2025 and it all began when I had a presentation in class and my lecturer submitted my name to take part of the stock pitch competition. I was hesitant at first because I thought to myself, why would my lecturer send my name without my consent for a competition? But then at the latter part, I decided to just put myself out there for the first time. When we were doing the analysis for the stock pitch, I had so much challenges. In fact, picking the values from the financial statements and using them was quite a challenge to me. But then at the end of the day, with the help of my partner, we were able to maneuver that and actually bring the results up for our competition. When we got there, on the day of our competition, people started pitching, my competitors started pitching, and then I got intimidated. I started saying to myself, can I make it? Is it going to be all right? I think I'm going to fail. All those negative thoughts started creeping into my mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to the 2025 edition of Stock Pitch Competition. This is day 2 of Investival 2025. This is where tertiary students come together to analyze the market for us and for us to know where to invest our monies. And joining me as team
Pitch Masters.
Pitch Masters.
Yes.
So Pitch Masters, what are you pitching today?
So we are going to be pitching on MTN stock.
Okay.
Yes. And we are going to tell you if you should buy, you should sell, or you should hold the stock.
Oh, all right. But how has the journey been for you?
I'm from UPSA, University of Professional Studies, Accra. And then I joined the stock pitch because I believe it's an innovative way for the youth to actually engage in financial activities like the stock pitching.
I got to attend, and then when I mounted the stage, I decided to put myself out for the first time and then not think about anything. I did a pitch, and then when we were done, they announced the results. My group won 3rd place by the grace of God. When I heard my group name being mentioned for the 3rd place, first of all, I was surprised, and then I was amazed. I was excited. I was happy that at the end of the day, when I put myself out for the very first time, I actually did well, and something good came out of it. Ever since, my whole life and then my thoughts about the investments have changed. I began to have a sense of purpose. I got interested in finance. I didn't want to kickstart my career
in finance, and then it made me think so wide. I mean, it made me think so broad that, not limit myself to little things and actually put myself out there for better opportunities and, better opportunities and big competitions out there. Now, I faced a particular challenge when, aside the evaluation, I faced a particular challenge when we were doing the stock pitch. I realized that the time for the stock pitch was 10 minutes, and I didn't know how I'm going to communicate everything that I wanted to say in a span of 10 minutes. That's when I realized that stock pitch is not necessarily about saying everything, but it's about saying the right things in a clear and concise manner for your audience to understand. I really thank the Young Investors Network for actually putting this stock pitch across and giving me the opportunity to join the stock pitch, because it has actually changed my life and it has improved the way I even move or the way that I communicate. Can you believe that now I can actually partake in financial discussions and financial opportunities of which I would have previously avoided because I had little to no knowledge in that. But now I can have conversation with people who are even older than me about things that are happening on the market, about maybe some companies' performance and all those kind of things, and it makes me feel like a very big person already, even though I'm not so big now. Yeah. If you're very young listening to me, I believe this is the best time to actually learn something about finance. Whenever there are competitions, stock pitch competition quizzes, please put yourself in them and actually take that. Because when you take that, what actually happens is that it's not necessarily about the output or what you get after your quiz or your competition, but it's about who you become in the process. And the process really matters, because at the end of the day, you have skills. You have skills that you can take out there. An example, you have evaluation skills, you can value stocks, you can do so many things, and it becomes a part of you that no one can take away from you. It is actually going to help you if you really want to have a financially secured life, because I don't think anyone wants to grow and then be poor. So putting yourself in this competition is going to help you know more about finance, and to help you when it's time for you to invest and put your money into good assets. I really thank the Ghana Stock Exchange, the CSD, the Young Investors Network for bringing this program across, and I believe as it has changed my life, it's also going to change and impact other people's lives. And now, as I sit here, my whole mentality of money, savings and investments has changed, because
one of the initiatives under Young Investor Network is a stock pitch competition where young people engage in a competition pitching on a particular stock, convincing people to understand, to get to either invest, hold, or whatever they have to do on the stock markets. And so that's one of the initiatives. When you are in your school, please make sure that you get involved. Put your hands together one more time for the Young Investor Network. And then we want to take a final video. This is from Absa. It's also a testimonial video from Absa Money Market Matters, really. And invest further.
Hey there, you thinking about the rules? Here are the rules. Across Ghana, a powerful movement is taking the initiative and is changing the minds of the youth towards money. It is called the Absa Financial Literacy Program, proudly sponsored by Absa Bank Ghana and implemented by the Young Investors Network.
Classrooms to campuses. This initiative is sparkling a new wave of financial confidence.
Hey there, you thinking about the rules too? Here are the rules too. Across Ghana, a powerful movement is taking the initiative and is changing the minds of the youth towards money. It is called the Absa Financial Literacy Program, proudly sponsored by Absa Bank Ghana and implemented by the Young Investors Network.
From classrooms to campuses, this initiative is sparkling a new wave of financial confidence. Helping students learn how to save, invest, and make smart life decisions.
and the impact.
Simply incredible. Together, we've impacted over 120,000 students in over 200 schools across Ghana, inspiring them to dream bigger, plan better, and take charge of their financial futures.
Sure, it is so happy. Like passion leads purpose. And the fund believes in empowering the youth, and the network of young leaders say
In Absa Bank, what we've done over the past years, I really like the impact. If you look at, we have what we call the alumni impact corner, where our people are working. Now, I really love this video very well, but before we cut the cake, can we call on Jerry, Amzim from CSD, Barbara, Edna, Madam Priscilla, Kofi, Michael, partner for the Young Investor Network. Please, let's welcome stage.
A round of applause for them as stage.
Let's welcome stage.
Please,
and also our Pepper, please come.
These are the individuals who have made it possible
to really help
for the Young Investor Network to be able to do all the things that they are doing. Please, one more time, a round of applause for all our partners for the good work they have done with the Young Investors Network over the years.
Okay, so this is a video for us. Can we watch this video for right now? This is the
next
National Investment Quiz.
Next riddle. Obiniem. I evolved from a post-World War II organization that coordinated European reconstruction. 2. I don't think.
So you are the OECD, that's the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development.
Is that correct? That is correct for 5 points.
You can't win a football match with 11 goalkeepers, right? So we need a defense, the goalkeeper, the midfielders, and the attackers to score against inflation. So this year, this is where we deploy our strategy called the 4-3-3 push formation. With this, we are going to allocate 45% to equities.
This is the National Investment Quiz Competition 2025. So the National Investment Quiz Competition is brought to you by the Young Investor Network in partnership with the Ghana Stock Exchange, the Central Securities Depository, Absa Bank, and in partnership with the MTN High School, Plug TV, and others.
Not looking down on any other school, but here, this competition will let us know how best each and every school is performing. That's all.
God bidding the goods, we are going to excel and we are going to move to the finals to defend our champions again.
I am the main motive behind countries entering into tax treaties with each other. Okay, OAS, go ahead and give me the answer.
Double taxation.
That is correct for 5 points. I arose after the 2018 financial crisis when regulators realized that banks stated assets value.
Assets quality review.
That is correct for 5 points. I originated from ancient principles that law should not provide support. Did I see one? Hey. 1.
You are legality of subject matter.
That is correct for 5 points. By this result, we have West African Senior High School and Adontin Senior High School qualified to the finals.
So, Pepe and Presec, the 2 P's, P squared. We'll see you next season, alright? Against this on the last, all the best in the finals. Thank you very much.
what I realized, most schools, they say they brought an AI. Me, I brought teamwork, collaboration, and I think you saw that over there. And in the final two, we are going to...
He's going to just briefly tell us about the programs, and then we can officially launch.
We have 3 programs. The first one is the National Investment Quiz Competition, and the current really champion is Titogasis College. Okay. We have Gasco, we have can you help me? Those students, the schools, we have Pokuwari Senior High School, then WAS, then Adontin. They are the top 4 for the National Investment Quiz Competition. We are the finals. So they have been seeded. And this competition has really impacted a lot of people. We have a lot of them working in various companies. I will let my colleague Kofi talk about the next one, the stock pitch competition.
Thank you, Joshua. Protocol observed. So the stock pick competition is basically selecting a company listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange and deciding through analysis whether it is a buy, sell, or a hold. In the last couple of years, we've seen the stock market return a lot to shareholders. So if some of the stocks, Access Bank, over 700% in the last 3 years, ECB over 800%, it's a whole lot. And these stocks were stocks that were projected by students like yourselves. Wow. They did the analysis. In fact, we trained them. They were able to identify whether it was time to buy, sell, or hold. So they projected these numbers, and they were able to tell us. So if you go online on the Young Investors website, these analyses have been posted there. You can see what each student did and how they went through the analysis. We go through this process to ensure that we get you market ready. So market ready, what I mean is you have to get into the market ready to be employed. You don't just go into the market. When you come to my office and you're not ready for the market, probably you'll be sending you to go and print, go and buy, all those things. But once you acquire the knowledge of analysis, technical skill, you're able to be given a very professional job to be doing. Currently, I have in my office one of the stock pitch competition students who is doing national service with me. Wow. And he's working on the strategic document of the company. Wow. You can imagine. A national service student who did the stock pitch competition. And we're able to post some of them to other companies within the industry. So it is very important that you register to join so that we'll make you market ready. The Young Investors Network, we are ready to train you. We are always ready. We do training every now and then. So sometimes we do daily, in the morning, sometimes in the evening, sometimes weekends. So we are always ready to be helping in this area. Thank you, guys.
Please put it together one more time for the Young Investor Network, the Ghana Stock Exchange, CSD, Central Securities Depository, and Absa. Now, I'm going to ask representatives from each of the schools. If you are a prefect and you are here, just put up your hand. If you are a prefect in your school and you are here, let me just get one representative to join the people here. If you are a prefect, just come. Prefect from academy, just one person each. One person, quickly. Pentecost University, anybody at all can represent as well. Okay, so they want to join and then we take it. Let's be fast. So, ladies and gentlemen, the defining moment of our event today, which is the official launch of the National Youth Investment and Financial Literacy Program, is taking place now. And we cut the cake in the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And we declare the National Youth Investment and Financial Literacy Program officially launched. Please put your hands together. Thank you very much. Our partners for always being there. Absa Bank, CSD, GSE, and also the Young Investor. I want to take a picture. Oh, if you can, don't sit down yet. Let's take a picture, a very good picture. Photograph. Okay, let's take a very good picture. And then we can take our seats. So let's arrange ourselves well. I can see some chit-chat going on, but let's arrange ourselves and take a picture briefly. And then we can close for today. I think I have to be in the picture too. All right, thank you very much. Let's give them a round of applause as they take their seats. So, ladies and gentlemen, we declare the National Youth Investment and Financial Literacy Program duly launched in the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And so, very soon the programs will begin running, and we'll see a lot of things happening in your campuses and in your schools. All right, so we come to the end of our program this afternoon. We'll take a quick vote of thanks from Joshua, who is Executive Director for the Young Investors Network. Joshua, quickly, any vote of thanks briefly before we want to
thank everyone. This year we have DBG. One thing that DBG is going to do is that we are adding entrepreneurship to the questions. Z Multimedia, yes please. And the teachers, Madam Emma from WAS, Accra Academy, WAS, Presec Legon, Pentecost University, University of Ghana, UCC, and everyone. And also our team for doing a very great job. Thank you very much. And high school, Prague, let's clap for them. God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. So we wrap up now. This is where we draw the curtains on the official launch of the National Youth Investment and Financial Literacy Program. It's been a great event. I know most of you are tired. We've got some things for you outside. Once you move out, you can grab it before you go to your various destinations. But this has been a very good program, and my name is Nitrebi Hammond. I've been your MC for today. Thank you very much. Shall we please rise onto our feet as we say a closing prayer, and then we can take our leave. Let's bow down our head for a prayer. Now, Father in heaven, we thank you for this afternoon. We called on you right from the beginning, and you've seen us through to a successful end of this event. Father, as we depart from here, we ask for your journey mercies to our various destinations, our various schools, our various homes. We also ask in the name of Jesus that the National Youth Investment and Financial Literacy Program will be a success. And at the end of the day, we shall say, glory and honor be unto your name. We thank you for what you have done. We thank you for what you are doing. And we thank you for what you are about to do. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, thank you very much. Say hi to somebody and make some more friends. Before you leave,